Welcome back to the podcast. Episode 2. Please
Okay, cool.
give us a standing ovation. Yes, I know. And welcome Whoops here.
Uh,
And welcome,
So-
obviously, me to this amazing podcast. So,
well, since the last one.
yeah. It's been a while since the last one,
Well,
man. It's
Let
been
me
a,
look, I'm gonna see long. Months now.
Alright.
Oh, it was a
It was a month?
month ago.
Alright. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Now we got a better setup and we got all this other stuff here too. So, yeah.
Suits. Because we look snazzy.
Yes, we have absolute snaz in the podcast. So what we're gonna be doing first is we're gonna be ranking every mob in Minecraft.
Well, every mob we can think of.
Every mob we can think of. So the first thing would probably be, let's start with like not very important mobs. So let's start with like the bat, okay? Does it have
Yeah.
like, I don't ever think it had a purpose, does it? Like, I don't think it's ever no one's ever used bats for anything.
They've used it to make, like, caves more, like, have a bigger, what's the word, feel, feel more like caves.
Yeah, it makes
Yes.
it look more like caves.
They're more decorational, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they were just put there just for decoration. And not really anything else, just more like, I feel like it was more like for a trailer, you know? But
Yeah.
they're really not meant for anything else, man.
Give it a 4 out of 10.
A 4 out of
So they're
10?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion about them because there's not much to think about them really. So let's go on to the animals that give you food and stuff.
Ooh, like cows. I'd say cows. I love cows in this game.
Yeah, they have more, I think they have more of a purpose than like pigs or chickens, really.
Yeah, aren't they the best food? They have like the best food, right?
No.
Pig.
No. Pork does the same amount.
Well, they also give leather too, which is helpful.
Yeah, they give leather, which you can make bookcases and books out of, so you can like enchant your
Yeah.
stuff. So I would put him at a 7 out of 10.
I'd say 6 out of 10 to me.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and then we have,
Zombies and stuff.
nope, we got the sheeps and we have the chickens. What do you think about chickens?
I like chickens. They're easier to farm.
Yeah, they're very easy to farm. They
drop,
they actually give you 3
eggs.
things. Yeah, they give you eggs, they give you feathers, and they give you chicken.
yeah,
which
so
I
they're
think-
pretty helpful.
Yeah, you can make arrows and stuff out of their feathers, and you can bake stuff with the eggs, or just throw them at your
Yeah.
friends.
They're pretty helpful, I'd say.
Yeah, they're very, very helpful.
And I'd say honestly, they're a 7 out of 10. I think they're better than cows because they're easier to farm.
Yeah, think so too.
Uh,
I like sheep farms.
sheep- Yeah, I think sheep they give wool, which is really helpful, and food is okay. But
I have a list of every mob right here.
like,
Yeah. So, what do you think about the axolotl? What is on your mind about it?
I think they're definitely being overhyped. I think they don't really look too cute to me, honestly.
The
Um,
same actually. I don't think they're that cute, honestly. Like people think that they're cute, but what about like the pandas or something? No one talks about them.
They don't seem too helpful for me right now. Someday maybe, but I haven't used them yet, so I'm gonna have to just give them like a 4
I'll
out
gi-
of 10 maybe.
I'll give them a 5 out of 10 for like a neutral kind of thing.
Yeah.
What do you think about the rideable animals? So the pig, the donkey, and the horse. and the other stuff.
Okay. Well, horse is like I'd have to say horses probably a 7 out of 10 with me. They're really useful, but then if you get in the light show, they're not useful as pets. Why would you choose riding a horse over
Well,
riding an elytra?
horses came much. Remember, horses came much before elytras.
I know, but then they added light show, which kind of just
So,
ruined it.
so like I would give them like a 9 out of 10 before elytras, and
Yeah.
now I'd give them like a 7 or 6 because it's really there's not a huge use to them after you get your elytra.
Pigs, like riding a pig is like maybe a 3 out of 10. What's really the point?
It's
They
fun
go
for
so
like a
slow.
fun for like a mini game or something.
Yeah.
Striders. I have not used them at all. I don't use striders. I don't see the huge big deal about them. If they ran really fast, then I would give them like a 10 out of 10.
They're pretty helpful. They help you traverse lava, so I'll have to give them like a 8 out of 10.
I would say the same thing, but I don't use striders that much. I just
Yeah.
their spawn rate actually for me hasn't been that high. I'd give them a 6 out of 10 because I just don't see them that often, and you have to get
Agree
those,
with
and you have
that.
to get that like ward on stick and stuff, and they're a bit too slow, so I'd give them a 6.
Uh,
What do you think about what do you think about foxes?
Foxes, I don't really know what they do. That's the like thing. Just
I know.
pick up items.
I think you can tame them, but it's very very difficult or something. Like it's very
They don't
difficult to
even-
tame them.
Even if you quote unquote tame them, they don't really do what wolves do and help you fight or something. They just sit around.
I thought they did. I thought they were similar to
Uh,
them.
I don't
Really?
think they do that.
Because
I don't think
they
so.
can hold stuff in their mouth and stuff. They can hold a sword in their mouth if you want.
Yeah, I don't think they actually do anything useful.
Hmm.
They're just there to look cute.
They
Well,
were just
again,
they
I
were
don't
just
think
there
they'll
for the
affect you.
update
Yeah, honestly.
to highlight that update. Okay, what do you think about cats?
Ooh, once again, not the most useful. They help you attack.
I think
I
what's
think they're
interesting about
cute.
them is that creepers, try to run away from
It's
them.
true.
I think that's just kind of interesting. I just
Sure.
think that sort of adds to it a little bit.
It's very helpful. And I think they're cute how they like curl up on chests and stuff. I think that's really cute.
Okay, what do you think about the donkey? The donkey has its uses. It's not as fast as a horse, but it has like a chest on itself if you want.
And they can like carry things, don't they? So
Yeah.
I think they're pretty good, right? They're not as
They're-
useful, but
I use them sometimes I mean I don't use them in the server, but I'll use them if I have a mule. I think it's pretty cool.
somebody has them as a drug horse.
Oh yeah, I remember that someone has like a drug horse or something. That's funny.
Yeah, it's not even a horse; it's a donkey.
Okay.
Um,
What do you think? Do you have a big opinion on Mojang adding just fish in the water instead of using a fishing pole?
that's why you really like the new fish and the update, the
Mhm.
aquatic update. I think it's really nice.
Yeah, I don't think it's like taking away or adding really that much. I
I
mean,
think this just makes the ocean look better.
yeah,
Well, like
the coral reefs and all that too.
yeah, I quite like the fish. I'm gonna have to give all the fish a 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'll say pretty high. I quite like the fish.
And what I like about the fish is that I find that they like more of them spawn than like cows or sheep or something. Like I think they have a bigger
Yeah.
spawn rate. So yeah, I see them more
Or-
often, and yeah, I give them a 7 out of 10. Not good or bad, just I like them.
Yeah, decent.
What do you think about the turtles?
Other than the shells, I don't really like them. It's just a big hassle to keep their eggs alive.
Yeah, I may not even like keep the turtles that we have because they're so hard to take care of, and like they lay eggs and stuff, and it takes like so long for the eggs to hatch, and you have to wait for them to hatch, and you don't want to step on it.
Those shells help you breathe for a long time, but I mean, if you just have a helmet with the proper
Respiration.
affinity, I think respiration, it
Mhm.
just kind of.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think I need to hold my breath for like 5 hours.
if I needed to, I'd just bring doors.
Alright, so what do you think about... Most of this will be new stuff. What was your take on the Pillager and Ravager update?
I think they're actually really interesting. I like Ravengers. I think they look super cool.
Yeah,
Pillagers are cool.
I like new forces to fight, you know? I like the fact that
Yeah,
I like I forgot what they're called, but they like run at you with an axe. Probably evokers, I think is what they're called. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Evokers are the magic ones, I
Oh,
think.
I love the magic ones. There's pillagers, evokers, ravengers, and they have vexes and
Uh,
vindicators and stuff. The
Vindicators,
vindicators.
they're the ones.
Yeah, I love that they have an entire like squad and stuff of that. It's sort of like
Makes making a villager farm a lot more interesting, because sometimes they'll raid you.
yeah, it's kind of it reminds me of like bokoblins from Legend of Zelda, where like you'll just find like gangs of them and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't I know I wasn't really a huge fan of the 1.16 update when it came out, like the Hoglin, for example, and the
Yeah.
Piglins. Like when it took me a while to warm up to it, you know, because I was so used to just the Pigmins and that being the only pig-based mob in the Nether.
So basically, I liked the update, but it did kind of at first throw me off a bit.
Yeah, it was like it was really weird to like uh undergo a big update because it was one of the first big updates, you know. There was the ocean update, you know, and the pillager
Yeah,
update. I was used to those because because I didn't discover a raid until like the 1.16 update because I was just playing Pocket at
yeah,
the time. I was just
yeah.
playing Pocket.
Quite like this. Though I do kind of wish that they didn't get rid of the zombie pigmen. But they're
Yeah,
still here. They just look different.
yeah, it's kind of well, it's not really the pigman anymore. It's more like a decaying
Yeah,
whatever.
zombified pigmen.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm just it's kind of it takes a minute for me to like adjust to change and stuff.
Yeah,
Also,
you get that.
When did Strays and Husks like come in?
I have no idea. I don't know when the polar bear was introduced because
Yeah.
I know it's relatively new, right?
Yeah, it's relatively new. It's I mean, it's newer. Like
Yeah, it's not like new, but
also the panda, I don't know where that came in. The Endermite. When did the Endermite come in? I
I
don't
have no
know.
idea.
I have no
I don't
idea.
remember it being added. Honestly, I'm not.
Now, one thing I do remember being added, the Wither boss. One reason for
Oh,
this,
the wither.
I only played Pocket Edition at the time, okay?
Yeah,
And Java would get things that other people would get years before, like Pocket Edition players. They would get it years after, you know. Like I would be watching like a day in TDM video or something, and he'd be like, "Oh no, there'd be something to do with the weather, and they can spawn it." And I tried to do it before they added it to Pocket. Oh, my little heart was just broken every time. Every time there was an update, I would try out the Wither, and it would
yeah.
never work until like one update where they added everything. like like there's one update where like the entire like app of Minecraft changed, like the outside of
Mm.
it, like everything changed, and it was so mind-blowing. I spawned the Wither, and I immediately hated it. I immediately didn't like it. But I'm glad that they actually didn't forget about Pocket.
I remember when they added the called. They added the
Take your
ocean
time.
monuments to the game.
Oh, when did that... Was that the Aquatics update?
No, it
No, that
wasn't
was
longer
before.
before that.
That was way before. That was way
It
before.
it's actually quite a very old thing, but it didn't go to Pocket for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Pocket was like my main thing. I had Xbox, but I
Yeah,
preferred Pocket.
I just had the chance to play it on my phone more because I usually played it like in the car or I was
Yeah,
somewhere not at
exactly.
home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know. It Xbox never really appealed. First of all, it was laggy. It was super 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 laggy for me. Like
Yeah,
very 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 laggy. But I still played it, but I just Pocket was much more practical.
yeah.
And it was
I just had
always
the chance
weird.
to play it more.
Now, when did ghasts get added in?
Who they were adding the Nether was, right?
In the what?
Pretty sure that the guests were added right when the Nether was.
Do you think?
I know originally we didn't have the Nether in Pocket Edition. We had the core, whatever it was, Nether reactor core.
Yeah, the Nether Reactor Core. I still have a world in Pocket Edition that when you open it up, I placed down a Nether Reactor Core like years before, and it stayed there and it had a different texture. I was like, what? How'd they change the texture of it if it doesn't? It basically doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Bro, I still want the Nether Reactor Core. Like, I would just get it for the nostalgia. In fact, I would like replace this glowstone that's in front of us while we're talking with a Nether Reactor Core. But they were like
yeah. Honestly,
it was like 8
they
diamonds
should have
and
done that in the
gold.
Nether update. You could have another reactor core. And I know they could have made it have a purpose. I can't think of one, but they could have.
You know what? You know what would be cool? You know what would be cool? You know, have you ever seen like Minecraft Story Mode where they put the command block is on like the wither of the middle of it or something?
Hmm?
What if they did it with like a Nether Reactor Core or something like that? Because it's a core, isn't it? Core is
Yeah.
like the middle of something. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool, or like it was an ingredient to make something besides the structure. Like what if they made another like spawnable structure, you know, like the woodland thing? What if they
Yeah.
what if they made one where you have to put a Nether Reactor Core somewhere and then deep inside you find something, or like you fight a boss or something? I don't know. That would have
I
been
don't
cool.
know. Yeah. So they should just make. I think they should. You know what would be a good addition to Minecraft?
Hmm. What would be?
They added like freaking octopi.
That would be cool.
Squids, but they're
But
nothing
I
like
feel like
octopi.
they're definitely not gonna add it though, because squids are already a thing, and they basically they're probably gonna assume it's the same thing.
Wish they would though. Or just make the oceans like a bit more threatening. Like if they have like
Oh!
sharks or jellyfish.
Yes. Okay.
God.
So basically, I saw a video on this. They're not gonna add sharks because the sharks are endangered and they don't want to like
Yeah.
they don't want to encourage killing sharks. But I'm like, pandas are endangered. They're severely endangered. Like there's
Yeah,
a
they
bunch of
did it for the awareness. So are axolotls.
are they?
I think so at least. But here's the thing, right?
It's not like it's gonna
I think
it's not gonna encourage the killing of sharks.
I watched a video on this actually. It was called like what was it called?
That's probably a dream video.
It was Dream video. It was like
Yeah,
Minecraft.
I was referring to the same one, honestly. Yeah, it
They added like
I want something. I want like a megalodon.
the Kraken. Yeah, they should
Oh,
have a
a
new boss.
Kraken.
They've never
If
added
they
a
have
new
a
boss.
if they have a kraken and what? No, what if they have like a huge Elder Guardian or something?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be very very cool. Um, how many times do you think you've killed the Ender Dragon? Have you killed the Ender Dragon in survival yet?
The Ender Dragon in this world with the help of Spicy. But
Besides
I'm gonna
that,
be honest.
I
I'm gonna
killed
be
the Ender
honest.
Dragon in this world.
I have never beat the game. Minecraft in
Hmm.
vanilla without any help from anyone. Without, somebody
like-
giving me netherite.
Oh, really?
Never.
Well, I think I explained. I think I already told. This is one in my much later videos where I made Hypixel Technoblade ripoff videos, but I talked about
Oh.
my Pocket Edition world, and that I got really OP at it. I'm pretty sure you joined it too. It was like a year ago, during quarantine is when it really took off. More people started coming. We got a lot of diamonds, like more diamonds than I've ever gotten in a world. And my friend finally killed the Ender Dragon and stuff. But oh my gosh, bosses in Pocket are just hard because it's much harder to block with a shield because you have to like double tap it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It makes it so much harder, man. And I don't think you can make Pocket Edition any easier unless you have unless your phone becomes an entire like controller. like like a controller with a screen. But like Pocket it's such a hard game to play, but it's so fun. I love the idea of holding something in your pocket.
In the years of I've played this game for years and I have never beat it. Literally never. Myself in vanilla.
I've beat it once,
Always a
besides
catch.
not counting this time. I beat the Ender Dragon once in that Pocket Edition world, but I haven't beaten it in Java, I don't think. Yeah, I have
I thought you
not
did
beaten
this whole
it.
thing where you were speedrunning. You never.
I speed ran during streams, but I never actually got anywhere.
Oh.
I would get to the Nether, and I would either like die or actually I would just die or I get lost.
Yeah, I would always.
Most of the time it was I got lost. How
Oh,
do you
me and you, we gotta like have a world where we do it together.
we both speedrun?
Both beat the game.
I don't. Oh, just like a survival world.
Yeah. Not an
That
SMP, just like where we beat the game.
That is a very good idea. We could have like instead of making an edited video, we could just like live stream it and like premiere it, like say, hey, it's coming out this day, you know?
That'd be neat.
What?
Just try and beat the game. I like that. Yeah. I would have to have a whole new server or something. It would be difficult.
I wonder if Spicy can make like a server with like literally a maximum of 2 people.
Make a Hypixel server for free.
Oh yeah, I saw that. We could do that.
Just do that. Me, you, and him just beat the game.
Yeah. I feel like he'd be too overpowered.
Cool.
By like one day, he would already have like netherite, and and then he'd already be flying in Elytra.
Could do like those challenge things with them, you know? Like the list.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
I want to make a bunch of mini games in Minecraft. I think that would be fun. I remember Stampy did mini game stuff. It was very fun to watch. Speaking of Stampy, did you know he just now got like 10 million subs?
Really?
Yeah, congrats on him. You know what? Let's give Stampy a round of applause, man. That is some good stuff.
I mean, years. He's been doing it for years.
Yeah, and he
It's like crazy that he's been doing it for years, and Dream already has almost double that.
yeah, that makes me mad. I know this YouTube channel, Parker Games. I already told you 100 times about him. But he basically has done so much stuff that takes a lot of time. Like he's actually just recently he streamed for like I think it was well, how long was it? It was I think it was a week. He streamed for like an entire week to raise money and stuff. Oh my gosh, he's done a lot of stuff. He had his own Disney XD show called Parker Plays.
Yeah, I remember that. It was really weird.
For you it was, but it's very nostalgic for me. And I don't know, I can't think of anything now, but he has done a lot of stuff, and I don't think he has enough subscribers that he deserves.
Yeah.
And I just want to shout out Parker Games on YouTube. Wait, let me go to chat and just type it down. Parker Games. Look that up. Very funny. Very, very funny.
I want to encourage everybody to watch the movie Rango. It's free on Netflix. You should really watch it.
Stop encouraging them to watch Rango.
Hey, I'm sorry. It was a great movie.
It's a good movie, okay? It is a good movie. I will admit it, but I don't think it's as good as Forrest Gump, okay? That is my take. I think Forrest Gump is legendary. Now, Monty
So-
Python, The Holy Grail, we can both agree that's a good movie, right? Have you seen the movie?
The Monty Python?
Yeah?
I've seen bits of it, like little clips on YouTube.
Oh, you've only seen... Okay, so this guy uploaded the entire movie, and the only reason it's not taken down is because he said, this is for viewing purposes only. And I'm like, how did that work? Yeah, look it up. It's... If you look up Monty Python, The Holy Grail movie, it will come up. Here, I'll look it up right now. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. There we go. Yeah, this guy literally uploaded the entire hour and a half of it. He said, "I do not own the rights for this video. It is only for viewing purposes only." Oh my gosh. I need a copy and I need a oh jeez, man. I need to copy this and send it to you. You're going to watch this entire thing, man. There we go. You better watch that afterwards, man. You have to watch it. It is amazing. It is an amazing movie, okay? You've probably seen memes about it. Like there have been so many memes made of it, but it is so funny. They use humor that you probably will never ever see in movies ever again. But yeah, that is my take on it. Any movies that you recommend before I get Oh,
Rango. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. So, Rango is a movie about this lizard guy who, basically, he, like, is thrown out of a car, and he's stuck in the Wild West. And then he goes to a town, and it's hard to explain, but I don't want to spoil it. You really need to watch it, people. But, there's one message I need to broadcast to the thing. Rango. I know it's annoying because I've said it like 5 times today. Well, no, more than 5. It's a great.
yes, it is a good movie. Any other movies not involving Rango that we can discuss before moving on to the next topic? Any of them at all?
There's a lot of good movies, I'd say.
Actually, you know what? I kind of want to discuss some franchises, actually. So, in my opinion, people don't like movies. Most generally, people don't like movies newer than their generation. For example, older people, like 30s, 40s, 50s, you know, so on and so on, don't like the prequels because it wasn't the same as the originals. I grew up on the prequels, okay? I love watching the prequels, and I don't like the new ones as much as the prequels, just because I like how it explains everything. But people hate on the prequels, man. People hate on them. But I love them.
They're nice. I think they're good and not too serious and good and comedic.
I don't think they wanted a lot of money at that time. Like Disney wasn't that money hungry for you know, all that attention. But you know, the next you know, the next 3 movies came along and just said, "Hey there, do you like plot?" Well, I surely don't. And just got out of there, man.
Yeah, the newer Disney movies aren't the best.
Here, I want to show you how much all those 3 movies grossed, okay? This is going to sound this is how much people hate this. How much did the what was it? The newest Star Wars make? Okay. So The Force Awakens made 2 billion. Rogue One made 1 billion. The Last Jedi made 1.3, and then Rise of Skywalker made 1 billion. That should not be happening. Okay? That's like saying the Avengers movie, like the first Avengers movie, made more than Endgame. Okay, that's not how things should go. Okay, like, like, like Endgame is the end of 20 movies, probably over 20 years of just build up and character development. Star Wars should not. Star Wars is so bad that they made like like half of what they like. Rise of Skywalker, literally like the end game of Star Wars, made half as much as Force Awakens. That's how much people really hated it. It still made a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but not that many people liked it. That's my TED talk.
See, I think Star Wars is just kind of overrated in every aspect.
Do you think? I mean, I like the prequels.
The prequels are okay, but I don't think it's anything that should really be,
I
think I like Marvel movies better and stuff. Marvel.
Well, that's because they have more to them. Cause like Star Wars, they have to follow. People have to fall under, like, they have to have the Force and all this other stuff. Marvel is just like, it could be anybody. It could, like, people. There's more characteristics to people. Like, you can be a superhero, and you can have any power you want, basically. Just whatever the comic book writer writes, whatever Stan Lee said. I don't know. They have more freedom to. I think they have more writing freedom in Marvel. Doesn't mean that all their movies are good. I'm not saying that. Like, Endgame was okay. You can't say Endgame was bad and be a Marvel fan. Really? I mean, like, it was okay. Okay, it was good.
Yeah.
It was. I like the ending, except for Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I think that part was really dumb. Just her flew in.
Well, I think they knew that no one could take Thanos on except for her and probably like Wanda. You know?
Yeah.
But
he did agree with him. Well, Paramount. I really like Paramount. It's a good studios.
Yeah. Okay, remind me again. What
Paramount made this movie called Rango. It's really good.
Stop it with the Rango thing. It's not funny, man. Okay, let me look up Paramount movies. Let me look at all the good ones. There's Kung Fu Panda. I really liked Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda 1, very good.
Weird series.
Kung Fu Panda 2, just as good. Kung Fu Panda 3 was iffy. It wasn't bad, but it was iffy. I like that they explained his storyline a bit more in the second one. In the third one, they did that, but not as good as the second one.
They made the Sonic movie, really?
Oh gosh, they're gonna make a second one, Did you know that? Ugh. Hopefully they don't mess up the CGI in that one.
There it is. Wait, Rango was made by Johnny Depp?
What? What are you talking about?
Rango was voiced by Johnny Depp. I didn't notice that. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, they made Megamind? That is a great series. That is a very good series.
I want to make a sequel.
Megamind 2? I don't know. I think they just introduced the concept and left it at that. Now they did make monster trucks, okay? I remember we had a field trip. My school had a field trip to watch like monster trucks or whatever. We were disappointed, man. It was not good. It just was not. It was not. There was nothing to it, man.
No, they made the Transformers movies. Iron Man 3? What?
Iron Man 3 was okay. I watched all the movies. They're all pretty good, I think. I think every Iron Man movie was good. Fight me.
They made Avengers.
No. Rise of the Guardians. Rise of the Guardians is a very good movie.
We got a new topic. They made Friday the 13th. What's your thoughts on horror movies?
That is like the one genre I watch less of, but I think horror movies are very cool. I like. It's hard to get good ones. It's very hard to
I
find
have
good
a,
horror movies
I
nowadays,
have a lot to
anyways.
say. I
O-
have a lot to say
Okay,
about
okay. So I remember that time I went to your house and we watched like Truth or Dare, that really horrible horror movie.
Yeah, it was
See,
trash.
that's like every new horror movie, basically. The Quiet Place. Have you seen The Quiet Place, the first one? I think it's pretty good. A lot of
I
people
remember there
meme
was
on
that
it.
one girl who was like in tears and freaking out because she had to eat a little bit of somebody's
Oh
flesh,
yeah,
and the
okay,
other
yeah,
guy
yeah.
was like
So in
having
Truth
to
or Dare,
stab himself
so
or something.
so in Truth or Dare, basically these teens are like locked in a house by some unfathomable supernatural being or something. And it's like, okay, if you want to make it out alive, put your hand on on an open stove, and the guy actually does it. Okay, and I
He
mean
doesn't
after,
even freak out about it that much. He just does it.
well, he does, and he's like, oh, oh my hand, and then and then he's like, oh, oh my hand, and like, this is really
Like gets
bad
over it.
CGI, and you can see like little bacon crisps on the on the oven, like they did not have a budget, and it was meant to be like his flesh or whatever, like his burning flesh, and then, um, the next thing is like, the thing asks a girl to like eat the flesh off the oven or something, and we're like, basically you could just pick up the flesh and then eat it, you wouldn't experience any pain, you just eat it, and this girl's like, I don't want to do it, and I'm like, we're both looking at her like, this guy literally put his hand on a stove. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be complaining about eating some flesh.
I mean, you should still complain, but
You
she
should.
was like making. Like, it
She
was
was
like 30
crying.
minutes.
She was crying. She was just like, nom nom. Ooh, you should
If
sell
you don't
this.
do this, you're not going to live. Eat it. Stop. Like
I'm like,
30
jeez.
minutes. She was refusing to do it.
Yeah, she was like, guys, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, man. This is all dumb. And I'm like, your friend literally just put his hand on a stove. Like, I don't think. I feel like she died first. I think she died first. Like,
Probably. It
we didn't even see the end of the movie. That's how bad it was.
was terrible.
A very terrible movie.
They were so like drama. So much drama. She was like freaking out about every single thing.
Yeah, she was freaking out. She was freaking out about everything she saw. Um, we just thought it was a horrible movie.
You know
I
Chucky, right? Of course you do. I made
Yeah,
you.
you one time you sat me down and you made me watch all the endings to Chucky. It's just
They have cool
I
final
don't
fights in
I
it.
don't I don't see the appeal to Chucky just because I don't find him very, like, whatchamacallit. I don't find him very uh what's the word? Intimidating. It's
He doesn't scare me either. He's just really cool.
like, I
How
think
many
he looks
hearts?
cool. I think he looks cool, but they over exaggerate how
How
scary
many
he
hearts are
is.
you on? How many
Bro,
hearts are you on?
stop. That's probably gonna one shot me. So stop. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Um,
It's a really
I
cool
think it's a
movie.
cool concept, but I don't see. They over exaggerate how scary he is. They're like, Chucky's right there, going at me at like 2 miles an hour. How can I ever escape? Run?
Um,
No, I don't want to do that. Like, whenever they're running away from him, they'll like trip and they'll look back, and I'm like, stop, just run.
No, that's not a. I've watched every Chucky movie. They don't do that. That's more of a. What's it called? Friday the 13th thing.
Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh. I remember
And
my
this one,
grandma.
he's actually pretty smart. Like he makes traps and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, I like movies like that. I remember I watched my grandma. We went to my grandma's house, and Friday the 13th was playing, and she was just on her coloring book, and I'm like, okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's like in the middle of someone like literally dying, and then she's on her coloring book coloring a butterfly or whatever. It's so weird, man. Uh.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Scream?
Game. Oh, that's a good. Well, the first few are pretty good.
I haven't seen the second one, but I only watched the first one and I thought that was pretty good. It was
So
like, it wasn't really scary. It was more like self-aware horror movie.
yeah, it literally brought back the horror genre.
Yeah, it probably did, honestly. I think I think like the 80s and the 90s were like the very peak of like horror. I think Scream wasn't Scream like what was Scream? What was the year? Siri, when did Scream come out? It came out in 96. Okay. It came out in 1996. So that was like, I feel like that was the peak point of horror, or like that was right before just like kind of dropped. Like I haven't found a good horror movie, really. Have you?
Yeah, I've seen a few like the horror, like Chucky, of course.
Yeah, I don't find any good horror movies, do you?
That's Chucky. I love him. But other than that, like something I've never really seen something that actually like scared me.
Yeah, I don't like. I feel like I mean, there's always something out there that probably will. I feel like the outside world is scarier than the horror movies that that portray scariness. That you know that's something scary is gonna happen. I think it's
Yeah,
more of like thriller. Like thriller is different than horror. I feel like thriller is
yeah,
like, oh, it's like a scary set or a scary scene, but it's not like horrifying, you know? Does that make sense?
yeah. Have you ever seen Local 58?
I have not.
Need to watch it.
Hmm. Okay. I just don't find many things scary. I watched Annabelle. It was a cool concept, I guess. I mean, it was a very basic concept though. It was like a demon doll or whatever, and they just had to like throw some holy water on it
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and say
I
and just
found
be
that one
like
boring.
hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac,
Just
Whopper,
found it.
hamburger.
Remember that movie I showed you? What was it called? We watched it. It was a horror movie.
You're, I think you're probably thinking of Truth or Dare. No, it wasn't Truth or
No,
Dare. It was
it was.
well, no, it wasn't called Truth or Dare. It was called, what was that one that we watched?
It was like she was deaf, and then there was that guy.
Oh, so there's this movie where this girl's like deaf or something, and like this guy is breaking into her house or like trying to kill her or something, and like I think
No,
she knows the guy,
I'm gonna
and
look for it real quick.
and it was
Netflix.
like it wasn't even like scary. I didn't really like the movie because she survived. Cause okay, in the movie she gets stabbed like 80 times. She like literally, I'm pretty sure like one of her limbs gets chopped off, and
No,
and
no,
then
that
she
doesn't happen.
somehow,
Oh, Hush. Was that it?
yeah, I think so. She like, I mean, so much stuff happens to her. She gets so injured, like literally to the
She's
point of death, and then
because
she
she's so
somehow, and
smart
she,
about it, and she
yeah, but
survives.
like she somehow like freaking overpowers like the guy, even though he is like not, he really wasn't that injured as much as her, and she was also deaf, which like she was way, I don't know, man.
What other
She
senses are
and
pumped
the,
up?
the thing is I asked you why, how could she like literally overpower him? She like,
It's called what's it called?
I mean, I
When you're
remember I
like
remember
really scared.
I remember you called it adrenaline rush, but I don't think it's
Adrenaline, yeah.
adrenaline. You can't be like bleeding out and then like
The
having a
human body is actually amazing when it
you
comes to that. I
can't
mean, it's
you
years of
can't be you
evolution of
can't be
being
bleeding
able to
out. You
pray.
can't be like literally bleeding out from your heart and then like somehow overpower someone like this.
She wasn't bleeding it. The
Now,
biggest thing she got was like shot in the foot, I think.
no, she got more than that. Whoops, why did you kill me?
You were hitting me, and I was like,
You don't freaking get out your axe. No, why did you teleport back?
I meant to take you.
Why would you teleport back? 2 hours later. I don't see the I I don't like that movie, honestly. Cuz adrenaline is just way that's just such a lazy thing though. They even say it was an adrenaline rush. It was just she just somehow
I didn't.
had what?
I didn't say that.
Did it say that she had adrenaline rush?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I loved the movie.
I
And I'm
don't.
I'm pretty sure adrenaline rush is. I remember I had an adrenaline rush and I freaking like jumped onto a fence. Like
Yeah,
I,
but
usually you have
when
to
you
climb up to it. I jumped onto it like on the
but
very top. It was
but
crazy.
when you get but the thing is when you're like wounded, your adrenaline rush isn't that good. They probably they over exaggerated it, man. I'm sorry,
I mean, humans have had years of evolution as being animals' prey. I'm sure we're
bro.
really good at it.
I don't think. But you gotta understand how wounded she was. You don't just.
She wasn't that wounded.
She was pretty wounded.
She
I
like got
remember.
shot in the foot. Also got shot. I'm pretty sure.
No, she got more than that, man.
I remember that.
And on top of that,
We
she's
watched
deaf.
it recently. It was really. That doesn't mean anything. Her other senses were pumped up.
I'm just kidding. I'm
That's
just
how
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's the entire thing about it.
That's actually how she beat him because he
You
yeah,
like
her
breathe down
senses
her
were
neck.
pumped up.
You like breathe down her neck or something.
Yeah, he laughed at a joke he had made. He felt it. Her
Emma.
hair. And she turned around and stabbed him in the face.
See, don't
No.
you think they overreacted some parts though? Like, can you please admit that? Like, her adrenaline rush was probably a bit more than the average human that is bleeding out.
I think you're underestimating humans here, man.
Yes, I am.
It's years of evolution.
You can't just say years of evolution and expect it to make any.
But it is.
Bro, a lot of other things have had years of evolution. Their adrenaline rushes aren't that good.
Do you know that? I'd be scared
actually-
of a lion with an adrenaline rush.
Oh no, they already have like an automatic adrenaline rush already.
Yeah, I mean they're really good at that, and so are we. I mean, years. Once
But
again,
you
of
can't.
evolution.
But she was very wounded. Like she was very. I remember her being very,
Got
very, very
shot.
wounded.
Got shot in the foot. That's all. That's literally
No,
all. that I
there's
can
more.
remember.
How many times have you seen the movie, man?
5. I watched the movie. It's a great movie. I watched
You
it like
watched it
last
5
month.
times?
It's a great movie. It's a great movie with a great
Ugh,
and a great
you were.
thing.
Dang it, man. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, let's just.
I want to remain friends, at least for the entirety of this video. Okay, so horror, in my opinion, out of 10, I would rate it 8.
I'd rate it like a 9.
The reason I rate it 8 is because there's not enough good horror. I don't think there's enough good horror movies out. But that could be said about a lot of things too. Like I like older music than newer music. That's just my thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, horror is pretty good. Comedies, I feel like I love comedies.
Yeah.
I love
Action.
the action ones too. I like ones with like action but also like comedy. Sort of like, have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, a good example. They break the fourth wall like 10 times. Like in one scene, these people are being chased by like a big monster, and then the narrator's like, and then suddenly the animator had a heart attack and then the monster dies.
Yeah.
Like I love that. It breaks the fourth wall, and no other places would really do that.
Nowadays, comedy movies, they haven't made it, and nowadays, they're not very good.
Oh, it's mainly like PG, like freaking Angry Birds 2 comedy. Like it's all the same stuff, man.
Yeah, but like, even adult comedies, like Adam Sandler's newer movies, they're trash.
Okay, so this commentator, YouTube commentator, Drew Gooden, watch him on YouTube. He was talking about like Saturday Night Live. He was talking about the people who are on it, and he was talking about like each decade. And Adam Sandler popped up on there, and he watched it, and he's like, Adam Sandler really isn't like that funny. Like he
Yeah.
isn't that funny, but he's like a lovable he's a lovable person and character, you know, but he's not
Mm.
like he's not like I don't he's not like actually that funny. He's not like comedian. He's not like oh, what's his name, Jerry Seinfeld funny.
Eh.
You know,
Um.
that's not. I don't think that's his main thing. His main thing is acting. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion, and that's also his opinion.
Whoa. 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 Stop. Ooh. Oh. Give me that.
Bro,
So,
why?
yeah,
Why?
make another.
Why?
I mean,
Why?
I'm a.
Just
Oh, I
just
have
hold
made some.
still and don't axe crit me again.
I'm not good at sitting, even in Minecraft.
Just I'm not even looking at my screen really. I don't.
It, I, there's a lot of good movies, but a lot of bad movies too.
Yeah, we can all agree on that. I
I'd
like-
rate a comedy 10 out of 10 if it's a good comedy. If it's a bad, good. If it's good, if it's a good comedy movie, it's good. But if it's bad, it's really
It's
bad.
Dumb and Dumber
Like, they
bad.
can't make me laugh. Yeah, I'm like bad comedy movies like 0 out of 10 because it's like there's no other content than the jokes.
It's either
If you can't make me laugh,
it's either a 10 out of 10 or a 0 out of 10. Like it's either
usually.
good or it's either you got the formula right or you didn't get it right at all. You know? I think this is just a hard question. I like both of these genres, but if you could only watch the comedy genre or the action genre, which one would you pick?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say action, honestly.
Good choice. I don't know.
Nowadays, though, usually action is combined with comedy nowadays, like Marvel
Now
movies.
think of like Thor, I guess. We could use that as an example, but like no comedy whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
That's a weird thing that's happened in the movie industry. Like used to superhero movies. Used to they were just action and all serious and stuff. Now it's like Thor Ragnarok and it's like 90%.
yeah,
jokes.
it's like I don't know if I like that formula. I like 50% jokes, 50% comedy. Make it consistent. I don't like
It
freaking
used to be
95%
50%,
funny. Everybody likes Ragnarok a lot, like much more than the other
Yeah.
movies. I'm like, I think
Yeah,
they're appealing to their
they
audience.
didn't take it
That's
seriously
what I'm
at all.
saying.
Didn't take it seriously at all.
They don't. Yeah, I feel like they make it so cringy, and they like. The thing is,
Thor saw like all of his friends die and then made a pun. It was really weird.
Hey, that's my brother. We work together. Like he freaking saw like his sister break Mjolnir in her hand.
Man, they don't take it seriously at all.
He saw his freaking father die, like freaking turn to dust before everyone else did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just really weird.
And he like I'm glad like he got like freaking messed up in Infinity War. He like saw his entire city like die like on the hands
Yeah.
of Thanos, and I'm like, you put too much comedy in the comedy police just kind of had to assassinate the comedy. And then who's like
Yeah.
depressed for the for like the first part of Endgame.
Mhm. And he got fat.
Yes.
That's what I'd say.
Yes. Yeah. I think Avengers doesn't have to really be like super comedic. Actually, I started watching WandaVision. I didn't think it was gonna be good, but my friend really recommended it. In fact, she was like, "You have to watch this, or else you are not a good Marvel fan." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever, man. I just like Marvel movies, okay?" And I watched the series, okay? Not the entirety. I have like 2-3 more episodes or something like that. And so far, it is like it's so different. It's good.
And
It's what's I don't know how to describe
me
it.
dislike Wanda though. Like she's trapping
seen
those
it?
people in that show.
Shh.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like
Shh. Hey,
I know
hey,
it's
people might want to
technically not
watch it.
her
People might
fault,
want to
but
watch
she was
it.
also willingly do it. She was also willingly keeping them in there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a quack fester, but it grinds my gears. That's all I can
Well,
really say. What do you think of my theorem?
it is not as good as mine.
Yeah, you're right.
um, I think WandaVision. This is spoilers for WandaVision. Skip past this if you don't want to hear spoilers. I think WandaVision makes Wanda seem like an antagonist. I mean, she basically is. She basically is the antagonist of the show. I haven't seen the
Yeah,
entire thing. I haven't seen the entire
even though
thing.
it was Agatha all along, it was
Yes,
just so.
Agatha. I haven't seen the entire thing. Okay.
It was just like. Okay, sorry, but have you seen the Loki show? I haven't.
I've not, but okay, I was like the only person. Remember whenever you watched Endgame for the first time, like me, my family, and your family. I was the only one who asked questions about Loki getting that Tesseract and then going off. And they're like, "Oh, that was the actual timeline." No, it wasn't. That was something different.
Yeah. I think Loki is overrated, just his character overall. I don't really get it. Like, they make like now he's respectable and stuff. What about all the people that he killed? He's not a good guy.
Did he kill that many people? Like I don't.
Yeah, did you not see Avengers? Remember when he summoned that giant army of robotic snakes, basically running over the town? How many
Those
buildings were
pests.
knocked down?
Those
Think about
pests.
all the dead people.
Yeah, and Avengers movies, they assume nobody dies unless it's like an important person.
Honestly, just the amount of people that Loki killed. I can't, even though he helped, I don't know, Thor and Ragnarok, and so
The
he's
thing
still a
is,
bad person.
there are other characters and other franchises that did like much worse and went on the good side. Like I
I
mean,
guess that's true.
freaking Darth Vader, like
That's true.
like he killed like way more than Loki did probably. Like I mean, and then he came and he was like, okay, I'm gonna be on the good side because y'all are winning, and then he died.
Yeah.
And I mean Loki. I like Loki. I like him as a character. He's very cool. People,
I don't know.
I wish he was more powerful. Cause Thor's like, gee, he's like overpowered, man. I mean, like they
I
make
don't
him,
like Loki.
they make him less overpowered. Oh, whenever he has his like hammer, like in for Thor Ragnarok, he could just shoot lightning out of his hands. And then he like couldn't in game. Like he had to use his like axe or whatever, but he's still very powerful with that. Very, very powerful.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I'd say superhero movies. I give a 8 out of 10.
I give it a 7
Because
because
Marvels are good, but like then there's DC's.
okay. You can't say squat about DC until you've seen Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League.
You've seen that. That was great.
That was 4 hours of pure greatness.
I loved that. That was a great movie.
I wish they could have split it up, and not like have to put it in 4 hours, but whatever works. Very, very good.
I watched it in one
DC
sitting. It was amazing.
DC, yeah, I did too. DC, well, Zack Snyder has really, really improved. I mean, not improved, but he's really outdone himself.
But apparently, it's not actually like what's the word? It's not. Zack Snyder's cut isn't actually canon. So they're gonna go with the other.
No.
Yeah,
Zack, was it Jack Snyder or is it Zack Snyder?
Snyder, I'm pretty sure.
Jack Snyder?
I think so.
Jack Snyder, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, Jack Snyder, he's made other stuff too. Like that's not his only thing.
Yeah. Wish that was his name.
He has made other good stuff. He's outdone himself in so much other stuff. Just a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm banging my Patient frustration. What is dying? I hear something dying. Oh.
I'm starving to death.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh no. Be right back. You should have told me, jeez.
Cheese! Use cheese!
I use cheese. You should have told me you're starving to death. My gosh.
I wanna go.
Were you like that kid who never never told his teacher that he had to go, and then he just like peed his pants or something? You're eating spider eyes? I just gave you food. Stop eating spider eyes.
What help?
Gosh, I just gave you food, man. Right here. I'll go get you some food, and you can just be quiet, okay?
Interrupt this program with your national starvation. I'm trying to think of a joke. National starvation. What's a word? Starvation.
Ready? Wait, here's some food. Here's some food, okay, man? I'm editing this in. This is I'm keeping this in. You whoops lives matter, okay? I also need
Again. I'll do it again, dude. I'll do it again.
Stop. No. But I think DC, if they actually call Jack Snyder's cut canon, then
Yeah.
that would be perfect. But you know how DC be.
The insane. You know the insane where Batman was working with Joker to go and kill Superman.
Yeah, that was like
Post-apocalyptic world. That was so cool.
that was cool.
Love that.
I wanted, okay, during the entire movie, I was like, are they gonna fight Doomsday? Are they gonna fight Doomsday? I really want to see a Doomsday fight, and they never did, and I'm like, oh man. I mean, they already had 4 hours. I feel like, couldn't they just add like an extra hour? They already have 4 of them.
That movie, I loved it. I like how they got rid of all the comedy. Like they got rid of all the because in the Justice League they were trying to copy
Marvel.
they're trying to copy Marvel, and they had all this Marvel-like comedy, and then Jack Snyder's cut all that, which is cool.
Yeah, I think it gave us a good spectrum of what DC is doing wrong without Jack Snyder.
Yeah, honestly, I think that would be better than Age of Ultron.
What is?
Jack Snyder's cut.
Oh, definitely. Age of Ultron is okay. It was a sequel. It was okay. The Hulkbuster was cool, I guess.
And the Hulkbuster was.
I mean, okay,
my
like
favorite
I remember
part,
watching
honestly.
it. I remember watching it. I was younger, I was like, it's cool. It was alright. Yeah. I think the first one was a little bit better, but it was okay. Now, I liked that they added Vision. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was still waiting for the purple grape.
They killed him.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, until
Like speed people, people with speed. People are like.
Yeah, I feel like they killed him because he was too overpowered, I think. Don't you think?
If I had one superpower, I would have speed.
Speed is
it
it is.
ironic?
No. I think speed is super overpowered. Like, it is a very good power, but it has like the Flash can literally run faster than light apparently. And I'm like, that is insanely overpowered, man. Like,
Apparently, Superman is actually as fast as him. They just never use that in the movie.
actually they did at the very end of like the Justice League movie, not Jack Snyder's, but just Justice League.
Oh yeah,
They
have
race.
them race.
They have them race, and they're going like the exact same speed, and I'm like, that doesn't make Flash special then. Well, yeah, what's the point of the Flash? Freaking
He's just as fast as Superman, but nothing else.
Yeah, I'm like-
all that and as fast.
Yeah, like
Wonder
he
why
like
does
I mean
Superman
I
fly
still
if he
don't
can
like
run faster than Little Fly?
out of both Justice Leagues, I still don't like one thing. Superman is too overpowered.
Yeah.
He is the Captain Marvel of DC movies. How long have I been ranting about this? Okay. Yeah, I don't think Superman should be the big head of everything, but he is very overpowered. His name is literally Superman. Superman, man. like I think Jack Snyder made him even more powerful by giving him telekinesis. Well, I think that we have discussed enough. Thank you all for watching our podcast, and hopefully we see you next time. Bye.
You're gonna kill me.
Yeah. Let's just end this off by killing each other. Oh, wow. The first things that pop in my inventory from your
I'm
stuff
at the
is
village.
what? You're at the village? Oh, that's where I set my inventory stuff. There you go. Literally the first things off of your inventory that go into mine are